Good morning, young disciples. It is good to see you this morning. My name is Nellie the Narwhal. Pastor Lora is away today, but she wanted to make sure you still had a fun Bible story. Sometimes it's good to use our imaginations and have a bit of fun when we think about God and hear stories about creation. So I'm going to tell you a story about how all the animals got their names. I wonder if you've ever thought about that. But pay attention, it's not the usual story. God made and named almost everything in the world. God made and named heaven. God made and named earth. God made and named the sun and moon, the stars and the waters. God made and named almost everything. God even made and named the first human, Adam, which means red earth, because God formed the first human out of red earth. But God did not name all the animals. God thought, I want Adam and Adam's family to protect and care for these animals. Maybe if I let Adam name the animals, he will get to know them a bit better and really take care of them. Well, when Adam heard that he could name the animals, he was so happy. He ran right over to a brown furry with teeth and yelled in its ear, I am going to name you. Well, that brown furry with teeth opened up one eye, yawned, and went back to sleep. Very soon, Adam realized he didn't know what to name the brown furry with teeth, or for that matter, any of the other animals. So Adam sat down on that brown furry with teeth that was sleeping to think up a plan for naming the animals. Suddenly it came to him. I know! I will give each animal a number. That way, when I want to call the animal, I can just call its number. Adam looked down at that brown furry with teeth, lifted up its ear and screamed, You are number 1! The brown furry with teeth opened just one eye, yawned again, and went back to sleep. So Adam spent the rest of that day numbering those animals. He gave a number to the long-snooted, slithering snappers, to the fuzzy hoppers with twitchy noses, a number to the round-domed flippy flappers, and to, can't find my animals, to the tiny scutterers and the chubby-cheeked fuzzies, and even a number to the white feathered quacker, and to the stumpy-legged barker. And Adam, before he was done, made sure he gave numbers to a whole bunch of gray, black, and white fuzzies and barkers who look a lot like that number 1. In the late afternoon, though, somewhere between the numbering of the long-necked woolly mountain stuff mover and numbering the big round swimmer with a magic pointer, Adam lost count. He plopped down again on the brown furry with teeth to think up a new plan for naming all the animals. After a time, Adam decided, I will call all of the animals, "Hey, you!" That way, when I need an animal, I will only have to remember one name. The next day, Adam needed a big rock moved out of his way. He wanted the large, gray, wrinkled-up-nosed, big-eared, white-tusked, tree-eating stomper for the job. So he yelled out, "Hey, you! Come over here and move this rock." But instead of getting the large, gray, wrinkled-up, long-nosed, big-eared, white-tusked, tree-eating stomper, a rather noisy, white-feathered quacker hopped up on top of that rock and began causing quite a scene. Adam was quite discouraged and returned to the brown furry with teeth to think up a new plan for naming the animals. But this time, nothing came to him. Well, then, that brown furry woke up, shook Adam into a nearby bush, gave a huge growl, grrr, looked at Adam in the eye, and said to him, "Listen to me. With all your talking, you never once thought to ask us, the animals, what we would like to be named. Why don't you try that? Now, I don't know what they call a skinny, hairless, red-earthed foot-walker like you, but they call me a bear." So Adam asked all the animals what they wanted to be called. And you know what? They told him. Now, isn't that a great story? It's adapted from a book called "Does God Have a Big Toe?" by Marc Gellman. Sometimes people write stories about the stories in the Bible. Our Jewish siblings call these kind of stories midrashim. I think it's fun to think about some of the stories we don't have all the stories and details for. It's an imagination exercise. So my challenge for all of the young disciples and adults is to notice nature this week, to give it creative names. It could be plants, animals, or things. Go ahead and give it a try. Give the things a second name, and then say a quick prayer to God to thank God for creating it. And now, Pastor Lora tells me you all do a repeat after me prayer, so please pray with me. Dear God, thank you for so many animals. Help us to use our minds and imaginations to appreciate and care for them all. And all God's children say, Amen.